In this video, I am ranking every LEGO Star Wars UCS set ever made, starting with the most garbage UCS set, which is so bad, I want to punch myself in the face, and working up to the best UCS set, which is so good, I would even snatch it out of the hands of a 7-year-old. Number 39, UCS Darth Maul. Whenever I look at this UCS Darth Maul, I have to take a shower because I feel dirty, despite the buildable Darth Maul easily being the worst UCS set of all time. It's somehow nearly selling for $3,000 on eBay. Number 38, UCS Buildable Yoda. I have no idea what LEGO designers were on when making the UCS Yoda, but whatever it was, it is definitely not legal, because that is the only explanation for this set's existence. Yoda's blocky build and soulless eyes is something straight out of a nightmare. Number 37, UCS Buildable R2-D2. I would call the UCS R2-D2 trash, but that would be offensive to trash, because even trash can be redeemed, unlike this set. The head of the R2-D2 is even lower quality than the writing of the sequel trilogy.
Oh my god.
Just please, no one buy this set. Number 36, UCS Luke's Landspeeder. The UCS Landspeeder is on the same level of disappointment I felt when my parents told me I was adopted. A UCS Landspeeder is just so unnecessary.
This is worthless.
It's less than worthless, my boy.
Especially since LEGO has force-fed the LEGO Star Wars community 5 other Luke's Landspeeders. So getting yet another one, but this time in an oversized UCS form, makes me so angry I would even fight a bloody kangaroo. Number 35, Assault on Hoth. More like Assault on My Eyes, because wow, it's rough to look at. The UCS Assault on Hoth is just all over the place, even more so than an 8-year-old consuming their first Red Bull. This embarrassment of a UCS set comes with 12 separate builds, most of which are riddled with inaccuracies. To me, it just seems like LEGO designers just smashed 5 random Hoth sets together and called it a day. LEGO Star Wars UCS sets are made to be displayed on a shelf, not in your LEGO bin. The minifigures are good, but they don't come close to justifying Assault on Hoth being a UCS set. Here's a look of all the failure UCS sets in F tier.
Congratulations, you're a failure.
Number 34, UCS Naboo Starfighter. I'm gonna go on the record and say that the Naboo Starfighter is the most overhyped UCS set. Yes, the shiny chrome parts in this set are on a whole other universe of amazingness. But with the chrome pieces also comes the hideous chipping. No! So if you want to keep the Naboo Starfighter in mint condition, you'll have to give it the same care as a newborn baby. Speaking of babies, the Naboo Fighter is by far the smallest Star Wars UCS set, not even containing 200 pieces.
Huh, I'm 8.5 inches. Damn, dude, this guy's tiny. He must be a dwarf.
However, that hasn't stopped the UCS Naboo Starfighter from being worth $1,000. Number 33, UCS TIE Interceptor. The TIE Interceptor looks like an extremely fragile LEGO set. Like, if you looked at it the wrong way, it would get obliterated. On top of the shaky looking build, the light blue lines just look terrible. I think it's overrated. Sorry, wrong picture. The UCS TIE Interceptor just isn't holding up. Number 32, UCS Obi-Wan Starship. This set is like a bag of Doritos. It's just full of empty calories. For a LEGO UCS set, it's microscopic, containing only 676 pieces. Also, Obi-Wan Starship does not include an Obi-Wan minifigure.
You're mad at me.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Number 31, 2003 Rebel Snowspeeder. This set is forgettable.
Boring.
Like, if I had not included this set on this list, I doubt anyone would have noticed. Number 30, 2008 UCS Death Star. Some of you watching are probably upset that I put the Death Star so low. After all, it's one of the most iconic LEGO Star Wars sets of all time. But once you take off your rose-colored glasses of nostalgia, you won't like what you see. This Death Star more resembles a doll's house with its oversized rooms. I'm not saying LEGO should have made the Death Star minifigure scale, because that set would be bigger than my house. What I am saying is that LEGO should have added removable panels like on the UCS Millennium Falcon. The minifigure selection is literally the definition of quantity over quality. Getting multiple minifigures of the same character just isn't too hot.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Here's a look of all the disappointing UCS sets in D tier.
Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
Number 29, 2013 UCS X-Wing. Here's a hot take. I believe that the 2013 UCS X-Wing is actually worse than the 2000 version.
You sure about that?
Do I need to be admitted to a psych ward for having this opinion? Probably. Let's not talk about that. Instead, let's talk about why this set is not good. The engines just drive me crazy. They are way too small. The body also looks too thin. And there's no Luke minifig. Number 28, UCS General Grievous. LEGO took a risk with this set. Did it pay off? Not really, but at the same time, it wasn't a disaster.
Wow!
Number 27, UCS TIE Fighter. The UCS TIE Fighter is even more basic than a girl that likes Taylor Swift. If you are a girl watching now who likes Taylor Swift, my phone number is 8449. There's nothing much to say about the UCS TIE Fighter other than it being way oversized. At least LEGO included an exclusive Imperial Pilot. Number 26, 2000 UCS X-Wing. This set just really captures the correct proportions of the X-Wing. I also really like how, unlike the 2013 version, it looks like a weathered, beat up version of the X-Wing that has gone through some serious stuff. LEGO just did a really good job of capturing the X-Wing's essence. Even after all of that fanboying, I will admit that parts of the build are very dated. And once again, surprise, surprise, there's no Luke minifigure. Number 25, 2016 UCS Death Star. In my videos, I can be a bit overdramatic. But I am not being overdramatic in the least by calling the 2016 UCS Death Star the biggest disappointment in my life. And I've watched all 3 of the sequel trilogy movies in the theater. This is the most lazy UCS set. Instead of redesigning a new updated Death Star, LEGO just slapped on a new coat of paint and repackaged it as a new UCS set. Basically, LEGO just plagiarized themselves.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
However, I will give this set high marks in the minifigure department, since there's just a mind-boggling amount of exclusive minifigures. Number 24, UCS Ewok Village. Of all the UCS sets LEGO could have made, making one based on a bunch of man-eating teddy bears wasn't high on my list. The Ewok Village, like Assault on Hoth, should have never been a UCS set. Instead, it should have been a playset, so little kids can abuse. Also, it takes up a bunch of precious LEGO displaying real estate. Not to mention, the Ewok Village is a set you'll be constantly repairing. I just don't think the Ewok Village translates well in UCS form. But once again, LEGO really brought it with the minifigures. Here's a look of all the common UCS sets in C tier.
I will strip out of this robe and I will air dry in the street.
Number 23, UCS Imperial ATS AT-ST. Other than the AT-ST's oversized fat head, it's a very well made set that should get way more love, just like me. Number 22, UCS Blockade Runner. The Blockade Runner, aka the Tantive 4, is criminally underrated, even though the UCS Tantive 4 is so old that it could legally drink. It's somehow not terrible. LEGO nailed the proportions of the Tantive 4, unlike the 3 most recent versions, which in comparison are dwarfed by this set. Sadly, it's time for me to rip this set to shreds. It is a tragedy that stickers are infested everywhere on this set.
That is disgusting.
And the build looks even more blocky than a Minecraft set. Number 21, 2004 UCS Y-Wing. For an ancient UCS set, has held up pretty well. However, over the years, LEGO building technology has left this set back in the prehistoric times. Number 20, UCS Vader's TIE Advance. More like Vader's TIE Primitive. After all, the build isn't very advanced. The cockpit has aged worse than hairdos in the 1980s. But in spite of some dated parts, it's still an impressive UCS set. Number 19, UCS Snowspeeder. I'm not the biggest fan of the UCS Snowspeeder, since it's not minifigure scale, but I cannot deny that the Snowspeeder's build is on point. Also, we get 2 great exclusive Rebel pilots. Number 18, 2023 UCS X-Wing. When LEGO released yet another UCS X-Wing, I couldn't help but roll my eyes. After all, LEGO had already made 2 other UCS X-Wings, but as the months have gone by, I've started to warm up to this set. However, just like my sleep schedule, the UCS X-Wing is far from being perfect. The engines are oversized, and the nose of the X-Wing is the wrong color.
Are you serious?
But those flaws don't take away from the state-of-the-art building techniques of this UCS X-Wing. Number 17, UCS B-Wing. The B-Wing is in B tier? Who would have thunk it? The B-Wing's build is so underappreciated, especially considering how phenomenal both the build and displays are. It's just a shame LEGO didn't include any minifigures. Number 16, UCS A-Wing. Just like the quiet kid in school, it doesn't have much to say.
You know, you don't talk very much.
Which by no means makes it a bad UCS set. The A-Wing's build and pilot are of high quality. It's a good set, but I'm just never going to be over the moon about it. Number 15, UCS Sandcrawler. The UCS Sandcrawler is chunky, so much so that it has more pieces than the other 2 Sandcrawlers combined.
Oh my god.
Speaking of chunky, the minifigure selection is huge, including a handful of juicy exclusive minifigures. The interior is massive, being roughly the same size as the average New York City apartment. There's just so many terrific details, both inside and out. On the downside, it is not the prettiest UCS set to look at.
Meet.
2014 UCS Sandcrawler.
Oh.
Since it's basically a giant rust bucket. Here's a look at all the brilliant UCS sets in B tier.
Oh, better luck next time, buddy!
Number 14, UCS TIE Interceptor. LEGO spared no expense on the UCS TIE Interceptor. The details inside the cockpit is second to none. The wiring details on the wing, though unnecessary, are still amazing. An exclusive Imperial Pilot is included, which is pretty vanilla, though it's still good. However, I am a bit mixed with the build of the cockpit. When I'm in a good mood, I think the cockpit is the second coming of Christ. On the other hand, when I'm in a bad mood, I think it looks awkward and not very good. So basically what I looked like in middle school. Overall, the UCS TIE Interceptor is a good UCS set. Number 13. UCS Super Star Destroyer. The UCS Super Star Destroyer is super detailed.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
The greebling is fantastic. Mwah. Also, I love the inclusion of the bridge from The Empire Strikes Back. However, it's pretty disappointing that it's infested with stickers. Moving to the minifigures. They don't make me faint with excitement or anything, but they do their job well enough. My one question is, where's Boba Fett? Over the years, I have slowly fallen out of love with the Super Star Destroyer. Most modern UCS sets are just light years better. It's not you, Super Star Destroyer, it's me. Number 12. 2018 UCS Y-Wing. The UCS Y-Wing is such a well-rounded UCS set, it could practically roll down a hill. All of the small details of the mechanical parts are so good, I could stare at them for 3 hours straight and not get bored. The cherry on top is that we get 2 exclusive minifigures. My one nitpick is that the white engines look better on the 2004 version compared to the gray on this model. Number 11. 2002 UCS Star Destroyer. I'm convinced that the UCS Star Destroyer discovered the fountain of youth because it has aged that well. Some would even consider to be unnatural. For a 22-year-old LEGO set, the size and detail are mind-blowing. Well, for the most part. The engines do look like a 5-year-old designed them. Also, there's 0 minifigures. Anyways, this is still a certified classic LEGO Star Wars UCS set. Number 10. UCS Republic Gunship. The best way to describe the UCS gunship is just coming up short of perfection. It's like the gunship was running a race for best UCS set and was winning. As the gunship was about to cross the finish line, both of its legs shattered. Despite the UCS Republic gunship having its flaws, the build certainly doesn't.
How's this, Squidward?
It's beautiful.
It is by far the best gunship LEGO has made or will ever make. If you disagree, I will fight you in a Wendy's parking lot. I don't care. The one disappointment of this set are the minifigures. We get a generic Mace Windu and a clone commander?
A clone commander, which also doubles as the pilot of the ship.
It's just a massive miss on the minifigures by LEGO. If LEGO had sprinkled in a few clone pilots along with a bunch of other Phase 1 clones, then I would have bought like 20 UCS gunships. Actually, I'm kind of glad LEGO didn't do that because I really doubt my room has enough space. Number 9. UCS Death Star 2. This Death Star, no doubt, blows the other 2 Death Stars away. I am just so thankful that this Death Star comes with panels, unlike the previous versions. The one thing that I do hate about this UCS Death Star is that LEGO forgot to finish the set.
Are you serious?
The drawback to the UCS Death Star being so detailed is that it looks like a set. If you breathe on it the wrong way, it will shatter into 1,000 pieces. Number 8. 2007 UCS Millennium Falcon. I can't help but feel sorry for this set because it's stuck in the shadow of its overachieving younger brother.
You were my brother.
2007 UCS Millennium Falcon.
I loved you.
Despite this set fading away in the minds of LEGO Star Wars fans, no one can deny the sheer greatness of this set. The original UCS Falcon's build and spectacular details have held up really well. However, like a emo kid in high school, it has its problems. The minifigures are as cookie cutter as it gets for a LEGO Millennium Falcon set, and the cockpit is a bit clunky. Regardless, I think this is an extremely underrated UCS set that deserves a lot more attention from the LEGO Star Wars community. Here's a look of all the amazing UCS sets in A tier.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Number 7, UCS Slave 1. This is my favorite LEGO Star Wars UCS set. It reminds me of a much simpler time, when my biggest worry in life was which LEGO set I was going to buy with my birthday money. The UCS Slave 1 is more than just nostalgic. It is a masterclass on how to build a timeless LEGO set. The box art is so breathtaking, it convinced me that God is actually real. The use of slopes and colors is something that will be studied by architects 100 years from now. Included is a fully decked out exclusive Boba Fett minifigure. Every other Slave 1 set that is compared to the 2015 UCS Slave 1 looks like a junior set. Number 6, Imperial Shuttle. The UCS Imperial Shuttle is so beautiful, I would break up with my girlfriend to get this set. Well, I would if I had a girlfriend. The UCS Imperial Shuttle is so elegantly built that any future remake is guaranteed to fall short of this timeless masterpiece. Number 5, Imperial Star Destroyer. The UCS Star Destroyer is massive, measuring over 3.5 feet long. It's so big that if it fell on your foot, you're going to be spending the rest of your day in the ER. There are so many small details that really make this set pop, like the mini turrets, the engines, the bridge, and of course, the docking bay, where the rebels get... Sadly, there is no interior that is compatible with minifigures, which is a bummer, but it's a sacrifice worth making to get such a spectacular UCS set. Number 4, UCS Razor Crest. I'm just shocked LEGO had this set in them, because just by looking at it, I would assume it's a mock, especially since it is larger than Mount Everest. The Razor Crest is the 3rd largest LEGO Star Wars set, including over 6,000 pieces. The minifigure lineup is also stellar, including 3 exclusive minifigures. Other than the Razor Crest being oversized and getting blown up in the TV show, it's an all-time great LEGO Star Wars set. Also, it's 20% off. Link in description. Number 3, UCS Venator. When LEGO first dropped the UCS Venator, countless bank accounts were completely decimated. However, the UCS Venator is worth it, even if it financially ruins you. Because the UCS Venator is so huge, well designed, and accurate, I would be willing to walk 10 miles over a hotbed of coals just to get a glimpse at this masterpiece. And finally, after 10 years, we are blessed with an updated Phase 2 Captain Rex. Also, we get Admiral Wolf Yularen. I bet now you're thinking, Deal Watch, if you love this Venator so much, why don't you just marry it? I would, if it weren't for these 3 red flags. 1, Captain Rex has no waist cape. 2, there are a ton of stickers. And 3, there's no interior. However, these red flags are tiny compared to the greatness of the Venator. Number 2, UCS AT-AT. If you, unlike me, have a girlfriend, I would caution you against getting the UCS AT-AT because it's such a breathtaking LEGO set. It will make your girlfriend insecure about her own looks. It's just that beautiful. The UCS AT-AT is a behemoth of a LEGO set. The interior is large enough to fit over 4 dozen snowtroopers. This UCS AT-AT transcends both space and time. This video took me longer to make than the current age of the universe. It would send me over the moon if you could hit that like button. Also, over 90% of people watching aren't subscribed. Consider subscribing so you don't miss out on future videos. Number 1. The best LEGO Star Wars UCS set of all time is the 2017 UCS Millennium Falcon. I truly believe it is impossible that any human was capable of designing such a transcendent LEGO set. Instead, I think aliens designed it because the Falcon is out of this world. To date, this is the largest LEGO Star Wars set ever made, containing over 7,500 pieces. And oh boy, are those pieces well put to work. The detail of the Millennium Falcon is so intricate and complex that if an 8-year-old tried to build it, their head would probably explode. the UCS Millennium Falcon is LEGO Star Wars' magnum opus. Now you're probably thinking, Deal Watch, since you ranked every LEGO UCS set, are you now going to rank every battle pack? Glad you asked, because I made a video ranking all 44 LEGO Star Wars battle packs, which you can check out now by clicking the image on your screen.